Okay. So here, so this is a SAP CPI Cloud Platform Integration Training. Okay. So it's also called as a SAP BTP integration. BTP integration also. Okay. BTP integration also comes under SAP CPI only. Both are same, okay, but different people are is based on their, and I mean like a SAP CPI is one of the service from SAP BTP, okay, one of the service from SAP. Let's discuss in detail uh, later. But today our agenda is, so what are all the topics we will cover in this complete course? Okay, complete course. What are all the topics we will cover, and also what is SAP, what is CPI, and what is integration, we will discuss in this session. Okay. So now let's start. So first, before starting this question, so who are the core audience for this course? So who are the core audience for this course is? So first is, I mean, based on my understanding, so there is no prerequisites required for this course. Okay. So we don't require any prerequisites and anyone can learn CPI. Okay. So if they had some understanding of how to use a computer applications, so that knowledge is enough. Okay, coming to, like this entries like so the fresher who completed their graduation, okay, if they wanted to start their career in cloud platform integration, they can start this they can, so irrespective of the stream, if they are working on if they just completed uh, if they completed on any of the stream like CSE, mechanical, whatever it is, so if they had interest, then they can start their career in this particular stream. Okay. So, and also the integration consultants who are currently working in different integration tools like SAP process integration or process orchestration, or MuleSoft, Dell Boomi, Informatica, SnapLogic. We have a different integration tools in the market. If they are working on that particular integration tools, if they want to change their career from that integration tool to CPI, so then they are also audience for this course. And core developers who are working on Java and also some other Python programming languages, if they want to shift their career from their core development to integration, then they are also eligible to start learning this course. The integration architects who are building the integration architects, and also the business users who are closely working with business integrations. So they are also, core audience for this particular course. Okay. So this is, so any queries from anyone on this? So, so everyone like the Harshita, and also, so you are
Sure.
related to you are
Yeah.
related to which stream? So just to confirm. So like Harshita, you already any experience you people are already had, or you are a fresher, or you are working on any other modules? Can
Sir,
you just,
myself Naveen. I
yeah.
completed BTech 2022. After that, I worked in manual testing in previous company. Like
Okay.
I want to do SAP CPI. Sir. It is
Oh,
okay.
yes, it's a good time. It's a good time to shift. So manual testing will be rolled out in couple of years. So because
Yes.
so that's the reason. So it's a good time, and also SAP CPI is a uh, booming tool currently, because we'll explain. So 2027, 2026 and 2027 is a uh, we have a many openings in the market for CPI. I will explain why we require, the companies will require many of the mm, developers for PIPO, CPI. So we'll explain. So how about Mahindra and also Harshita and Githidhar, right? So I'm sorry. So can you, how to pronounce your name? Githidhar, right? Okay. So I think he's, so are you able to hear my voice, right?
Yes. Audible.
Okay. Okay then. So let's continue. Let's continue. So here, Okay. So now here, if you see this, so here is the best here. So this is a core audience. So now let's discuss about so what is SAP? I mean, what is SAP CPI? Okay, and what is a cloud platform integration? Let's discuss in detail. Okay. So what before going to CPI, what is SAP first of all? What is SAP? So SAP is in a software company based out of Germany. Okay, so based off of German, this is a German software company. Okay, so here the SAP will, I mean, the full form of SAP is Systems, Applications, and Products in Data Processing. So what is the systems, applications, and products in data processing means? So SAP is an ERP software. Okay, SAP is an ERP software. So let me give you a high level information on this particular what is ERP system. Okay, so for example, if you take a simple some I mean ERP system. Okay, just a second, let me hide floating meeting object. Yeah. So here if you see this. I have this particular ERP system, one ERP system. Let's take a small example. So this is an ERP system. It having, so for example, JSW Steel. Okay, JSW, or else let's take BMW, manufacturing company. Okay, BMW. JSW are a manufacturing company for different products. So, but I'm taking BMW car manufacturing company. Okay, so before ERP, let me remove ERP first. Okay, let me remove ERP so because it's not required now. Okay, so if the BMW, so earlier before ERP system, so BMW system, I mean BMW organization will maintain different databases to store their. Uh, I mean, for example, BMW wants to manufacture a car, so it will manufacture a cars, right? So first, they has to maintain raw material, correct? So raw material management. That means they has to buy raw material like iron, fiber, rubber, and also different kind of liquids, and also metals from a different companies, right? So that will comes under raw material. So the that raw material will be managed by this particular system. Okay, that is a I mean like a material management module. Okay, the next is so once we have a raw material, so we require a labor, right? So we require a, I mean, so sufficient labor or not. So the sufficient labor will be maintained by HRM module, human resource management. Okay, human resource management. So the next is the once the HRM module is done, okay, once the HRM module is done, so just so here HRM. So next is the production planning. So they has to do the production planning here. Okay, production planning. So they has to do their production planning. So the next is to maintain. So after production planning, so they, I mean, after production is completed, so they have to store their goods, right, in somewhere in the, I mean, in warehouses. So that will maintained by warehouse management. Warehouse management. Okay, WHM, warehouse management. The next is after warehouse management, they has to do sales and distribution, right? The once the good I mean the once the product is manufactured, so they will do the sales and distribution. And next, once the sales and distribution is completed, so they has to, I mean, so financially, so to move these products, I mean, from one location to another location, so they will maintain inventory management. Okay, they will maintain inventory management. So the next, finally, so the financially, they have to take care about all these financial things, right? So that will be maintained by FICO, FICO. Okay, FICO. So here you can see just so this is a so I mean so earlier so before ERP systems, so every data, so all data, I mean each module data will be stored in the individual databases. Okay, so material management will store by, I mean, one database. So just assume this is a database. is a box symbol is a database. So I mean HRM will separately store the data, and PP will separately store the production planning. So everything is an individual databases. Okay, so for example, if the production planning team wants to uh, uh, planning 100 core manufacturing in the next month, I mean next month July. Okay, so first they has to validate this particular one, what it is like, we have sufficient raw material available in the company or not. They has to check a raw material, right? So next, we have a proper labor is available or not to manufacture a cars. Technical labor or engineers are available or not to manufacture. Next, once the product after August, if the product is manufactured, so then warehouse is there or not, and also we have a proper distribution centers are there or not. So next, inventory, we have a sufficient trucks to move the manufactured products from this location to another locations. So like financially we have a funds or not. So this is a point to point communication everywhere. This is the point to point communication. Okay, for example, the FICO developers are not there, the PP can has to wait for this particular FICO team to come back to get the information. So to reduce this is the point to point communication, to reduce this kind of dependencies. So what they came up with, the SAPs came up with. So I mean, they came up with a ERP system. Okay, they came up with a ERP. ERP is nothing but a enterprise resource planning system. So it is also called as centralized database. Okay, it's called as a centralized database. Okay, so it's called as a centralized database. So centralized database. All modules information will be stored in a one database. All modules, so the HRM, PP, production planning, warehouse management, and sales and distribution, and inventory management, and FICO, all the data will be stored in one location, I mean, one database itself. Okay, but so the PP can access only PP module if required. The PP developers require FICO module, so they will provide access to FICO module as well to access the data. Okay, so they had a different types of restrictions here. Okay, so this is this centralized, all the modules information will be stored in one centralized database. So that's called ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. So for example, if the PP wants to access some other information, other module information, it's very easy because everything is storing in one centralized database. There is no dependency. And also system maintenance also very easy here. So this kind of software will be provided by SAP. It is called ERP. Okay, so the advantage of ERP is, so this is the single, centralized database, and also it will store all the modules information in the data format. So material management, so how much material we have, HR, how many resources we have, and also how much we are paying for each resource, uh, and production planning, so how we are planning the production, and warehouse management, how many warehouses we are managing, and what is the rent we are paying for it. So everything will be maintained in the form of data in the ERP. And also these are the systems we have, right? So these are the applications, material management and products. So once the ready product, sales and distribution, the product information will be stored in this particular ERP system. So that's the reason. So the full form of SAP is called as a systems, applications and products in data processing. Okay, so systems, it will store systems data, applications data and products data for a data processing. Okay, so I hope everyone clear, right, on this part. Any queries on what is ERP, on any queries on this? I
Yeah,
hope
it
at
is
least you
clear.
got some basic understanding, right, on ERP.